Welcome back to the Kang Gang Pod. It is season 2, everyone. We made it a full year, and we are officially back.
We're back!
We took a long hiatus because normally we would be covering all of the off-season stuff that happened, but it's been a quiet off-season up until today, which is the day we are filming NBA Media Day.
Yes.
And I will say so myself, I am extremely excited after today. After listening to all the interviews, after seeing all the Instagram posts, seeing Keegan and Chris Murray do a collab with the Kings in Portland on Instagram, after seeing the greatest jersey sponsorship of all time getting announced, and Fong.
All time.
I'm excited. I can't help it. I'm excited. I'm a Kings fan. Of course I'm excited after today. How are you guys feeling?
Feeling good, man. It's good to see the boys together. Everyone, I mean, not just us, but the boys on the Kings taking pictures together. Dennis and everyone, you know, collectively all together with the An Fong sponsorship. But it's good to be back with you guys.
I said the same thing. It's good to be back. Been a very nice off season for all of us. You know, did a little bit of traveling, getting used to my new job, all that stuff, and so I'm just excited, man. This is the season. It's finally here. You know, when it's media day in the NBA, you know that NBA is back. So I'm excited, man. You know, I'm ready to get it going. I'm excited to see a lot of stuff. I'm excited to see Dennis Schröder. I'm excited to see our rookies. I'm excited to see Zach LaVine in a full year. I'm excited to see Doug Christie. I'm just excited to see what this team can do, and you know, let's see if we have any high expectations this season. So
no. I think we learned a very valuable lesson last season. We cannot have high expectations.
That's what I'm saying.
Going into this year.
I mean, play the clip where I said we're going to be Pacific Division champs on our first ever recording.
I'm not playing it. I'm not playing it.
But you brought up a really good point. This team, after the Fox trade, had to pick up the pieces. Now we have a full training camp, a full media day now to really get this team together, get them to gel. LaVine's already commented on Domas's Instagram pics. He's more active on the socials. I mean, that's a good sign of brotherhood.
They hung out. They hung out this summer.
Yeah, absolutely.
You do. Of course you do.
But yeah, I think the team needs that. And we saw, you know, LaVine can still get buckets with the best of them. DeRozan can still, but now we have an offseason with an actual point guard who facilitates and made a lot of comments about everyone needs to touch the ball. That was something Dennis was harping on greatly in media day. And I'm just excited. I'm excited to see this team, this roster, gel together and come together with a full training camp.
No, I think that was the biggest message out of all the interviews that went on today. They were all saying how, you know, the cards were just not dealt the way they wanted at the end of the season. You know, obviously with the coach turnover and with the trade deadline bringing in new pieces, obviously that Fox for LaVine trade was a massive shift, getting rid of the point guard, not having a point guard at the end of the year. DeMar DeRozan was saying like there was a lot of good that happened during that time and there was a lot of bad, but we know what to, you know, we know what worked and what didn't. So this training camp, hearing it from your vet and hearing it from LaVine and Sabonis, they're saying like we're just so glad to have a fresh start and just listen to Doug Christie's game plan, because apparently they're going to be running a completely new offense, completely new defensive schemes this year. So I'm just excited to see it all unfold, and it seemed like every single player was just ecstatic about starting training camp tomorrow.
I mean, I'm excited. I mean, I heard Bobby Jackson is running a lot of the defensive sets for this Kings team this year, so I think that's going to be very exciting to see what worked, and you can kind of see, let's see if he takes anything from what Rick Adelman did during the glory days and see what Bobby Jackson can implement into this defensive side. So I think it's going to be interesting to see what players are going to really take that jump defensively, because to be frankly honest, there's not a lot of great defenders on this team besides Keegan Murray and Keon. So,
well, they were talking. Well, Zach LaVine was asked the question like, "What are your thoughts on Keon's defense?" And he was like, "Well, Keon is." He said he has one of the best hands in out of all the defenders. Like one of the best hands as a defender is what LaVine said. And he also said, "I mean, for me personally, like I don't want to get scored on. So like I think he's like." That defensive mindset from Keon is like starting to rub off on everyone. He was like, yeah, we have great defenders on the team. We have Keegan, we have Keon, we have Dennis Schröder, we got Devin Carter. So those are like 4 defensive-minded players. Now it's like a collective. How is everyone else going to feed off of that? Well, let me add Nick Clifford. I think Nick Clifford is a great defender from what we saw in college and in the summer league. But let's just go down the list. Let's start with Dennis, because this man had the summer of a lifetime. Eurobasket MVP. He got the championship for Germany. He flew in yesterday, by the way. Me and Johnny were joking about it. We're like, is Dennis even going to show up to Media Day?
Yeah.
But he did.
Yeah.
That photo.
Bags under the eyes and everything.
Yeah, he looked tired. But he got so much praise from all of his teammates. Everyone was asked, how do you feel about Dennis Schröder being on the team? And everyone had such great things to say about Dennis. So coming in, and Dennis was like, yeah, when I got here, everyone was congratulating me for what I accomplished in Germany for the FIBA. And he's saying that, like, one of the main reasons why I came to Sacramento is because I could see the shift in the team. It's going to be a completely fresh start, and I want to bring that dog mentality that Scott Perry is expecting out of us. So I think it's a good fit. But I'm sure he didn't mention this. He probably signed, of course, because of the massive contract. But I do believe that Dennis Schröder is going to be a really good leader and veteran point guard that this team desperately needs.
I mean, Dennis's stock has not been higher. I mean, the way he ended last season, getting playoff minutes with the Pistons, and just that entire second half of the season with Detroit, he played so well. And obviously, you brought up Eurobasket and winning Euro MVP. And Dennis's stock hasn't been higher. Obviously, it wasn't the fancy name, but listen to him and what he's saying in media day. This is a point guard we need. He wants everyone to touch the ball. Pause. But I mean, we need a facilitator like that. And like I said, not a sexy signing, but I think he's the player that we need, and he can defend and facilitate with the best of them right now.
I mean, he's going to be really good as a mentor. I'm very excited to see how the rookies are really going to spawn with Dennis. I'm very excited to see how LaVine, DeRozan, how they're going to get touches, because LaVine is such a good shooter too. I kind of want to talk a little bit about Zach LaVine a little bit, not to kind of off jump Dennis a little bit.
If you want to jump to Zach right away, we can.
I just want to piggyback real quick on the defensive schemes, just real quick before you go on, and how important they are. And you said Bobby's taking over the defense and putting in new, units and everything, but I think it's going to be huge because we have a lot of, in our starting five, assuming we're starting DeRozan, LaVine, Sabonis, Keegan, and Dennis, 3 out of those 5 guys tend to get picked on defense. So the way we line up on defense is going to be huge, and I'm so happy you brought that up because we're going to have to scheme better so LaVine doesn't get picked on like he usually does.
Right, and I think that also just kind of ties in, but I think that's a really good point that Johnny makes, is because last year, LaVine got hunted
DeRozan
a lot,
too.
and DeRozan, and those are 2 of your wing players, right? Yeah. We always talk about it. I've been kind of like wings. De'Aaron Fox said it last year, even when he was on the team. You look at the Celtics when they won that season. Their wing defenders, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, were so physical and so dominant that they could just take over a game, right? I think it's really important this year if DeRozan, LaVine, and Keegan step up. And I just want to see just more better defensively. But kind of tying back into LaVine and Schröder, I think what Schröder is going to really, really do is unlock Zach LaVine, right, from an offensive standpoint. Because last year, LaVine made almost 303 last year between his time in Chicago and his time in Sacramento. And I was watching some of the clips, and he has a chance to be a great volume shooter. He's a really good volume shooter. And I think that Dennis's role is to just let him be that 3-level scorer that I think he can be. So if he can improve defensively, he's only going to get better on the offensive side of the ball too. So,
well, Zach addressed his defense. He's like, yeah, I don't want to get scored on anymore. Like, that's like the mentality for the whole team. It's like if one person does his job, then like everyone should follow. So that's basically what Zach LaVine was saying. Let's just jump right into Zach. He basically said, he was asked, how do you feel that like ESPN and everyone, like all the outsiders, don't believe in the Kings doing anything this year? And he's like, well, I'm not really affected by the outside noise. He said the biggest thing for me working in the offseason was that I was healthy. And I've noticed our team is going into the season healthy. Everyone, we don't have one injury on the list right now. Knock on wood.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of teams, a lot of teams, especially this offseason, like detrimental injuries to their team. So, I mean, we could go down the line later, but the Kings are so lucky right now that we're going to be going into training camp and preseason and the regular season healthy. So, yeah.
Before you go, just another thing on Zach LaVine. I don't think there's anyone happier that we have a point guard like Dennis than Zach LaVine, because
Sabonis might fight with him for the happiness spot.
But we saw LaVine. It's unfair to critique LaVine's second half of the season last season because he didn't really have any offensive schemes drawn up for him. It was just him ISOing pretty much all the time, and now he has Dennis to make life a lot easier for him. So I think he's going to be really happy, and Kings fans are going to see it.
And everyone kept saying, like, at the end of last year, is like we didn't have any time to implement new schemes or new offense with our new roster. And now everyone kept saying today, they're like, this is what we've been waiting for. We've been waiting to see what Doug Christie and the coaching staff are coming up with for all of us to make this work. And Zach LaVine said time and time again, he's like, we have so much talent on this team. So much. It's just we just have to find a way to make it work. So I mean, I like Zach LaVine's professionalism. I mean, going into, I think he's what year?
He was year
What
11.
year is he?
Year 11.
Is it year
12?
11?
Year 12, I think.
He's been in the league for a long time.
Year
So
12?
he said, like,
Year 12.
I don't get surprised by much. He believes the team didn't have a identity last season and now thinks that the team will establish what Scott Perry, those 6 pillars that Scott Perry has been talking about, right?
Uh-huh.
I don't know them off the top of my head. I haven't read the manuscript yet, but Zach LaVine thinks that they're going to develop that identity this training camp and then going forward.
Yep. I think you brought up a really good point about Scott Perry, right? And talk about those 6 pillars. That's why you go get Dennis Schröder, because that's a guy that could be a 6 pillar for you. That's a veteran guard and can really set the culture, right? We talk about what Dennis did when he went to Detroit. Already kind of had a great season, but when you put Dennis Schröder in that system in Detroit in that second half, you can tell that team really, really took that next jump.
And another point to make is he came to Detroit midseason, right? And the Pistons bought into this guy coming into our team. They said, this is our guy that's going to run our team and lead us to the playoffs and play well in the playoffs. So I think that speaks volumes on who Dennis is as a person, to have a team like the Pistons, who didn't really have a lot of leadership before he came in, say, all right, we trust this guy. And I think he's going to have the same effect with the Kings.
Yeah, because when Jaden Ivey went out, they were like, "Oh, we need someone to fill that role." And Dennis, I mean, that's what I think Dennis is willing to do. Like, oh, the Kings need a starting point guard. All right, watch me do it. And just going back on Dennis, I'm like, yeah, he signed a 3-year, $42 million deal. The third year is not guaranteed, by the way. But like, he has so much to prove because he wants to show that he's worth that money. Because you guys remember what the Lakers offered him, right?
A lot of money.
I think it was $82 million for 4 years, and he denied it, which was so crazy. But he's not going to let that happen again. Like, with this contract, like, he knows why he's coming to Sacramento.
If anything, that adds to the Kings-Lakers rivalry a little bit.
Maybe.
You know what I mean?
I mean,
it adds to it.
We'll always find something. But yeah, also Zach LaVine was saying that he's very impressed with the rookies. He said he's been spending a lot of time with them and talking to them and being like a mentor for Nick and Maxime. He was saying that Maxime Reynaud is extremely skilled. He was saying that Nick Clifford's body is like NBA ready. So he had a lot of great things to say. I heard that Maxime Reynaud did not have a driver's license in the summer because, he's probably too busy getting those 2 college degrees. But Zach LaVine lent him his car to drive in the summer. So I forgot the exact why he needed the car, but Zach LaVine probably has plenty. So they're friends. You love to see a guy like Zach LaVine who got there at the very end of the season and already kind of taking the rookies in under his wing.
I think for me, Nick Clifford is the biggest X factor for this team as far as how well we're going to perform, because we didn't make the Kuminga move. We didn't make the Monk trade. So this roster as it stands, Nick and Maxime are going to have a good chance of playing time. Nick, I think, will have an easier path because we have Drew Eubanks to have a backup big to get some minutes. So I think, and our backup 3, it's always been a problem with the Kings. We haven't had a lot of size at the backup 3. I mean, at the 3 in general, but especially coming off the bench. So I think this season, especially the start of the season, Nick Clifford's going to have a lot riding on him, and he's going to have an opportunity. But I'm excited to see him go. From what we saw in Summer League, I'm excited to see him get a lot of minutes.
So excited for the
Me
big
too.
red dog. But he was saying that I don't know what my role is going to be. I don't know if I'm going to be on the court that much. But basically what he was saying is I just want to help the team if it's on the court, on the bench, or off court. He's like that. I'm just going to buy into whatever my role is. And as a rookie, I mean, that's probably what you expect a rookie to say. But I don't know. You could really feel like he could potentially get hopefully 15-ish, close to 10 to 15 a game at least. I don't know.
Well, we know he has an NBA body, so he can, as long as he can defend. I'm sorry, I'm saying a lot of pause moments
that's
here.
what Zach LaVine.
I'm saying a lot of pause moments
not
here,
yours.
but we know he's built like a solid NBA player. And I think if he's listening to Doug Christie in practice, to get on the floor, he's going to need to defend. So I think that's where he leaves his market first. We see a lot of good defending and rebounding from him.
I want to bring up a point that Christo brought up because we have so many guards on this team and so many minutes to distribute.
That's the hardest part. There's only 48 minutes in a game.
There's 48 minutes. And so just going over guys that can play the guard position, right? Malik Monk, Keon Ellis, Dennis Schröder, Zach LaVine, Nick Clifford,
Devin Carter.
That's 6 guys on there. So you kind of have to figure out how many minutes are you really going to distribute between those 6 guys, because
I think most of Nick's minutes are going to be 3 and 4, right? Would you guys agree?
Probably not 4. I would say
probably
3 or 2.
I think I might experiment with him.
I mean,
He's
that's what this training camp is for. I feel like
a lot of questions. All of our questions will be answered in the training camp.
I feel like in this training camp, Nick Clifford, he's gonna go after LaVine and DeRozan on defense, because they're gonna do the starters versus the bench guys, and Nick Clifford, he's gonna probably pick up 94. He's gonna do all the little things to show to Doug Christie that I'm worthy of time on this team. I know I might be a rookie, but he's older. He's an older rookie, which fits the Kings' current time frame, I guess. So I think that there could be a chance.
So I think we can all agree the backup 5 as of now would be Keon, Malik, Nick, Isaac Jones, and Eubanks.
I would say so. They're going to throw in McDermott every once in a while.
Yeah, but I'm assuming Nick wins the spot over McDermott as far as minutes go.
Oh, for sure.
That would be the backup 5.
I think that's a no-brainer.
Yeah, I think that's a good backup 5. If Nick produces like we want him and expect him to,
I think he'll get that because he's a first-round pick. So right off the bat, I think he'll get it.
He's gonna have
to
prove it.
He'll prove
with
it.
McDermott being a solid veteran in this league and the way he played last year. I mean, he was a fan favorite for a reason. Of
course he was.
Nick's gonna have to prove it.
Yeah, no, it's not gonna be easy. It's nothing's earned, nothing's given. So, obviously, I think that's one way I think about it. Obviously, I think you look at Nick Clifford and the way he produced in the summer league. I think he has a really good chance of really contributing. And we seen it, especially during Keegan Murray's rookie year too, that, he didn't start in his first.
He started his second game.
He started his second game, right? So
first game, you know why he didn't start?
He was ill. He was ill.
He was sick. But he started, he got plenty of minutes, but we were in such a need of that position.
He was a late round pick.
Whereas Nick Clifford's situation is a little bit different. But let's talk about Keegan, because Keegan Murray, he had himself quite the offseason as well.
He put a ring on it.
He put a ring on it. The boy got married. He got engaged during the All-Star break and then gets married in September. I mean,
I didn't see a smile in the wedding pictures. I saw smirks. I didn't see a full smile though.
I saw some smiles. They were asking Keegan about his offseason, and he was saying the only thing that was different from the first 3 seasons to this one, this offseason, was that this is the first offseason that he spent outside of Sacramento. And he was probably in Iowa. He probably won all over. But yeah, obviously a big part of the reason why he was gone was because he got married. But he was asked like what he did differently in the offseason, and he was saying that he worked on was his creativity with the ball and finding a rhythm from 3. So when he said the creativity with the ball, I got so excited because we've been waiting for this offensive jump from Keegan, and he was saying in his interview that Scott Perry and Doug Christie have given him the utmost confidence to display everything on the offensive front. Yep. And then then the follow-up question was like, do you have trust in your teammates that they're going to get you the ball? Because that's been a question for all of us. Like, where's Keegan's scoring going to come from when you have LaVine and DeRozan and now Schröder are on the court? But Keegan says, I have so much confidence in my guys. Like, we all know, like if I'm hot, like the ball's gonna be in my hands. And like the fact that Keegan is just working on more ISO game, more creativity in the post with the ball in his hands, like not just being that catch and shoot three. I think Keegan, he could definitely take a jump. He also said personal goals, he wants to shoot 40% from 3, and he wants to be on the most improved list.
I love that.
Which I love so much.
That's great. Because I think everybody that is around NBA media, I think is asking the same question, right, that we're all saying. Can Keegan Murray make that jump? Can Keegan Murray be that guy? Because a lot of people are saying this is kind of his last chance to really ascend. So
it is his contract year.
It is his contract year too. So it's going to
players make the jump.
Yeah. So I mean, it's a big prove it year for Keegan Murray, and I think that if Keegan Murray becomes the guy and really improves himself, he comes up and averages 18, 19 a game while shooting 40% from 3. I think that Kings fans would be over the moon if that happened. So
I mean, I'm over the spoon. I'm over the moon when that man smiles. But I'd be jumping with Lance Armstrong up there.
Yeah.
Or Neil Armstrong.
Lance
was the biker.
Yeah.
Neil Armstrong's the
me and Neil will be on the moon celebrating if Keegan does what he sought out to do. But yeah, Keegan said Doug and the coaching staff expect him to pick up 94 feet on defense, be aggressive, be more assertive, and guard the best player. And and on the offensive side, they want him to create his own shot on offense, and he just has the utmost confidence from those guys. So,
I'm glad he's working on his dribbling because I think that's the universal harp on Keegan is he can defend with the best of them. He could shoot the lights out. He can rebound, but he has no bag. He has no dribble bag.
We're going to see it this year.
But
we're going to see it.
That can change, right? He's still a young player in this league. He's still developing. We need to scheme him better in the offense. We need to make him more comfortable when he catches the ball. So many times last year he would catch the ball and it would just be like an emergency ball, right? Where he has like 2-3 seconds left on the shot clock. Didn't really have a lot of time to create. If he did have to create, he was forcing it and wasn't a good way to like show out his dribble moves. But if he's working on that, give him some ISOs. Give Keegan some ISOs if he can do it.
No, I'm excited to see because we don't have access to the Keegan Murray summer film tape, so we're never going to.
We need the local guy leaks. We need the local guy leaks.
He might be the only one in the city that saw Keegan's private workouts.
# noticing.
I completely agree, Jono. I think if Keegan could just be more assertive and just be confident that like I know DeRozan's on the court, I know LaVine's on the court, but let me like do this. Like I'm a very capable player in this league. Like just you guys have to believe in me. If he could be assertive like that for a guy that's as shy as Keegan, I mean like that's a lot to ask, but like the way it sounds like Keegan's ready for it.
Yeah, well, it'll add another offensive threat on this team, on this starting five, which is huge. We know DeRozan can score. We know LaVine can score. Dennis is a bucket, right? I mean, he's shot 3 better than he ever has this past year. But if Keegan could get a dribble move and really attack his defenders and not just look to pass, not just look to score off catch and shoots, that's going to be so big for our team. And I think that's what takes us from a play-in team to a top 5 seed.
Wow.
Woo! If Keegan Murray can develop, if Keegan Murray wins most improved player, we're for sure a top 5 seed.
Woof. Well, we'll have to save that. We'll have to save that.
I thought we were going to save the hot takes for later.
You got me rolling on Keegan.
Hey,
you got me rolling.
Let me keep you rolling with
He's
Keegan.
In the lab. He's in the lab like Dexter.
Keegan kept dropping Keegan had a great interview. Like for those that are watching, go listen to Keegan talk. I mean, who doesn't love listening to Keegan in the free time? But so a big question mark with Keegan is like, oh, it's a contract year for you, you know? And obviously like coming off of the rookie deal, like this is where guys at his caliber are capable of getting big contracts. We saw Jabari Smith Jr. get around 120. We saw...
I mean, Paolo probably got a lot of money.
Okay, but that's Paolo.
That's Paolo.
But the comparable contract that they keep saying is Jabari Smith Jr. And I think he's making around 20 to 25 million a year.
Something like
so that's what Keegan is probably going to end up getting if, I mean, he continues to do what he does. But he said this, which was just funny. He was like, you know, I don't really listen to... I mean, like, I don't think about that as much. I let my agent do all of that. Like he's good at the business stuff. So that I could focus on the court. I told my agent whenever I see his name pop up on my phone, it better be important. And I'm like, Keegan just came into this media day ready. But yeah, that was another gem he dropped. And then the biggest gem that Keegan Murray dropped was someone was asking about. Doug Christie said that he wants to see Keegan Murray smile more on the court. And then Keegan Murray said, you know, I think there's a I think there's a big misconception of me not smiling because I actually am very happy when I play basketball. Wow. It wasn't a direct quote. It was something along those lines, but I was like,
but that's a beautiful quote.
But the fact that Keegan Murray's saying that there's a misconception about his smile, that's just so funny.
Well, you
know,
the wife.
So funny.
You know, the new wife is seeing him smile all the time. He's like, Keegan, just go out there and show them. You can be a little cheeky boy. You know?
They're like, Keegan, just smile the way you did at me at the altar.
Yeah. Woo! I love to hear that, though.
I'm excited. I'm very excited about Keegan. I think Keegan could really take a massive jump. I mean, he's still so young. I think he could just get better and better. I mean, defensively, if he picks up 94 feet. Who wants to see 6'8" Keegan Murray picking you up 94 feet? Are you serious?
It's tough.
Dude, I would hate that. Yeah, I think that's going to be a theme this year. I think that like we're going to see a lot. I know Devin Carter, he likes to do it. But, you know, who knows about Devin Carter's minutes? That's another thing. Let's just talk about Devin Carter briefly because, you know, his highlights were a lot shorter than everyone else's. He did say that his shoulder feels 100%. Going into the season, which is a great sign. And that one game in the summer league when he played really bad. What did he shoot? 1 for 14.
It was like 2 for 14.
It was just not Kings fans were very disappointed in his first game, but he picked it up later. He was saying that it did not feel right in that first game. So
Look right.
Yeah. Yeah. So the fact that he's going into the season like finally being healthy. So now I'm actually intrigued by Devin Carter.
And he had the fastest speed rating in NBA 2K.
Insane, by the way. Let's talk about that
If
really
that's
quick.
not a confidence builder, I don't know what is.
Did you? Okay. I was shocked when I saw that.
I was shocked too.
Because I'm like, the guy played, 30 games? Personally, this is no knock on Devin, but he could probably agree if he heard this. He did look pretty exhausted out there. Like in the beginning, because like he didn't have much. He played a little bit in the G League before, but we needed him bad. So he came, and I just don't think he was like physically there.
He was rehabbing.
So like, are they basing it off of like the very tail end of the season? Like, I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know what they're basing it off, but Kings fans, that's a W.
That's a dub. That's yeah.
Listen, in the business, you don't apologize for wins. So
Yeah.
Maybe him and Ronnie 2K are boys or something.
There must be some connection.
Or Ronnie must have saw him in the summer league where he probably showcased his speed. So we'll see. But
maybe he'll surprise Kings
listen,
fans.
yeah.
Summer League sponsored by 2K. They might have some advanced stats that showed him. I don't know,
like top speed,
with the ball. Yeah.
top speed, yeah, maybe.
No, I think
Ball speed
I think
is
we're onto
big.
something there.
Yeah.
He also said that he's been talking to Bobby Jackson a lot in the offseason, and he's going to continue talking to Bobby Jackson to learn the point guard position more. Bobby said that it took him 3 seasons to learn how to play point guard, so that's a great guy to get advice from, I would say. I mean, 6-man Bobby Jack, step back Bobby Jack, point guard Bobby Jack. I mean, talk about a mentor. I think that, especially, that's the Sacramento hero right there.
I mean, the hiring of step back Bobby Jack, we've said it before, is just so big for the team. And when he was here last, you saw what he did for Stockton.
Yes.
He is such a good player development coach. I think it's going to work wonders for all our young players. And like RT already said, he's working on our defense, but his mentorship and the wisdom that he's able to communicate with young players. Like it's so good to see.
I mean, his time with Philly too. I mean, obviously Philly
Didn't have as much of a role on Philly's coaching staff. Like, he had the reigns to our G League team.
But they Philly saw what he was doing, and they're like, "Oh, we
yeah.
need him."
Yeah.
And then Doug is like, "Oh, I'm bringing the boy back." Yeah. So Bobby obviously is very loved throughout the NBA, and he's accomplished a lot as a player, as a coach in the G League. I mean, I think it's just a great hiring. I saw a photo today of Doug, Bobby, and Mike Woodson. That looked like a powerhouse. I'm just gonna
like
say
a fun
the
group.
It's a nose ball.
it looks like the three get along well. Let's just say that. Okay, let's talk about. All right, do you want to talk about Sabonis, Keon, DeMar, or Malik?
Let's stick with the starters.
Yeah. Let's
Okay,
start with Sabonis.
let's go to Sabonis. Entering year 10. Yeah, like you said, right before we recorded, we saw Zach LaVine showing love to year 10 Sabonis.
Zach LaVine commented, "Let's get it, dog."
Let's get it, dog.
Let's get it.
Speaking of Sabonis and LaVine, they spent some time together over the summer. Because everyone was saying, "Oh, are you and Sabonis? Are you and LaVine working on a 2-man game together? What's going on there?" And he's like, "Not necessarily just us two. It's been more of like a team thing." So I'm like, "Oh, so the boys are getting together in the offseason. I love to hear that." But yeah, Sabonis. I mean, he said that Doug Christie wants to see a complete. They want to utilize Sabonis different than the past seasons with the Kings. So they're saying he might be more at the 3 a little bit more. He might be, doing the dribble handoff in different positions. So we're going to be seeing a different type of Sabonis.
Sabonis
this
at the
year.
3?
No. I didn't say that.
He did. He said,
No, I meant
at the 3.
at the 3-point line.
Oh,
At the
okay,
3-point line. Yeah,
my bad, just to
stacking up at the 3-point line. Speaking of the 3, he said that he wants to get more attempts up, and in order to do that, he said he's been working on a quicker release, which is very interesting because, as we know, Sabonis to catch the 3, take his time and
a
get
set
it up.
shot.
It's a set shot. But
sure.
Sabonis said he's been working on a quicker release. I thought that was very interesting.
Interesting. Oh, yeah.
Crazy thing. Sabonis is the longest tenured Sacramento King on the roster.
Dog.
That's wild. I feel like he just got here still. But it's him, and then the second guy is Keegan. Yep. Just a fun
Sounds
fact.
about right. Well,
But-
and then Malik Monk, too.
Yes. But yeah, he said he's just so eager to learn the new offense and defensive schemes in the training camp. He also said that he worked on a quicker release. Yeah, I said that. He also said this. Scott Perry made it very clear to him how he wants the team to play and how the franchise to be ran. Because remember how Sabonis was seeking clarity after the end of next season? He said that was the first question asked, and he's like, "Hey, Scott Perry, we talked. Like he like it sounds like Sabonis he's ready." Because before it was like, oh my God, now it was first Fox that wanted to see clarity. Now it was Sabonis. We're like, great. Now they're both gonna leave like back to back. But it sounds like Sabonis is really buying into what Scott is preaching. So, and we have this training camp to get it moving. So, what are your expectations for Sabonis this year?
I mean, he's the face of our team. Like you said, longest tenure, tied for the longest tenure on the Kings. He needs to be hand in step with our head coach, with our GM, with everyone from the top to bottom. Sabonis needs to be eye to eye with. And, I mean, if he's going to shoot more threes, do it. He had a great shooting percentage from the three last year. Does need to work on that release because he had a lot of open 3-point shots. Teams weren't really holding him honest until he started to make a couple. But if he's going to have people guarding him at that 3-point line, it's going to have to come up quicker. But he's the face of our team. He's going to be the head of our snake, as Fox usually is. He's going to be the head of our snake. And I think, as always, it's going to run through him.
I think another thing, too, that's really important is that Sabonis needs to be the vocal leader of the team. I think that is just number one. When you're the face of the franchise, you have to be that vocal leader that when times get tough, you are the person that they go to. And I think if Sabonis becomes that true leader, we've seen it, obviously, during the Starting Five Netflix documentary and mic'd up segments where Sabonis is a leader. But if he can take that next step of being a true leader where he is just consistently talking to the young guys, consistently talking and just showing that leadership on and off the court, I think this team will go really far.
I think Sabonis is definitely the high five leader. I mean, we see that on the court.
Since he's come here, he's
here. Unplug yours and plug it back in. I don't know what's going on. Anyways, I think Sabonis, he will have a lot of help with leadership because I think LaVine is a great leader. I mean, I think LaVine, he even said that he's going to be more vocal this year. Obviously, with the full training camp, the voice will come, is what he said, rather than being the tag-along player at the end of the season.
Yep.
Obviously, DeMar DeRozan. And I think I wouldn't even be surprised if like Keegan Murray started using his voice a little bit more. I mean, being the second tenured guy on the team, he knows what it's like in Sacramento. So yeah, I think Sabonis will definitely lead the charge in that aspect, but you can't forget about Schröder.
No, he's the point guard. He's the point guard.
I don't know what's going on with your mic. But let's talk about Keon Ellis because Keon Ellis is the biggest X factor of our team. And obviously the Kings picked up his what do you call it? His
option.
He picked up his team option, which was interesting move to say the least. But obviously we do have time to give him that contract, I think, around the trade deadline. So I do believe that is going to happen. But Keon said that he's not fazed by them picking it up. Like he's not gonna like feel a certain way about the Kings. Like he's just gonna go out there and do what he does because he says what I do on the court is extremely wanted in this league. So he seems so confident. He says he wants to continue being an excellent 3-point shooter. He was saying that something that he was working on is not only the catch and shoot three, but shooting off the dribble, because he was saying that I think that I've done enough in the league now to where when people are defending me, they know that I could just catch and shoot, so he wants to be able to do a little bit more. Mm-hmm. On the flip side, he was asked about, like, do you think players understand, like they know how good of a defender you are, or do you, like, catch anyone off guard? And he's like, I'm pretty sure I've made my mark in this league as a defender, but he was also saying that basically that there are times where it's like it's a full long season, like he's going to be catching people slacking all the time. So Keon was just talking so confident about himself, which you love to see. And yeah, the fact that he's just not fazed about the contract, he's like, it'll all get sorted out, was huge. So I think hearing from Keon Ellis and hearing that he's working on catch and shoot, off the dribble shooting,
true, I
think it's going to unlock a big part of his game.
I mean, the way he was shooting it last year, if he could improve that even more, that's going to be so big for us.
Like you said, not much to really say about Keon. I'm very excited to see him improve on the offensive side of the ball. I know he's a dog defensively, but if he can take that next step and be a really good offensive player, we've seen him become a very good 3-point shooter this past season, where he went for 30+ against Atlanta. So I think we're going to see some really cool stuff from Keon.
But you know what Keon said? He said he's anticipating playing the point guard. So he's ready for that.
I don't mind it.
No, I don't mind it either. I prefer
it over Malik. I'd prefer him playing.
It's
the point
either
guard.
him or Carter.
Yeah.
And I believe Keon's going to be first off the bench. So,
I agree.
Yeah, but I think the fact that he's ready to play point guard is huge. He was saying that he's very excited to learn from Dennis. He thinks Dennis Schröder is going to give him a lot of advice and just be a great mentor for him in training camp going forward. He was saying that I don't know if you guys remember this from last year, but there was a clip where they were saying that Keon Ellis said that he's never seen Doug Christie play defense. And they asked him about it again. He's like, yeah, I still haven't gone around to watching Doug play defense, but
Really?
I know I'm a better defender. That's what he was saying.
Woo!
So Keon is going into this season here. You guys just got to share. I mean, I don't know what's going on with that. Turn yours off.
Check. I think if I hold it,
Okay.
if I don't move.
If it does it again, just
switch.
Just you and RT
All right.
just share. But yeah, Keon, I'm very excited about him. I think he's the most important player on our team. I think we got to protect Keon at all costs. We can't do him dirty. We got to just, yeah. I think Keon Ellis is just so important to the team, and we need to do everything we can to just secure him at the end of the season.
Well, if you made it this far in the podcast, comment RIP Johnny's mic because
Yeah, it's
are-
not the mic. It's
I'm
the
holding the cord. I'm
It's
holding
the
the
cord.
I just can't move.
RIP Johnny's mic
All right,
cord.
it's working out. So let me get this out. You said Keon Ellis. Yeah, it's a prove it year. He's going to have every opportunity to prove it with this team this year. Playing point guard, guarding the wings, being more aggressive offensively. He's going to have every opportunity to build his value, and I think he knows that. So, yeah, I think the best of Keon is yet to come.
I know.
Which is crazy to think about. Which is crazy to think about that he's going to get better.
Dude, every team in the NBA is probably looking at Keon through a magnifying glass because they want that guy. They want that guy on their team, but we want him. I mean, the
need him.
fans want him more, and we need him bad. Malik Monk. The biggest thing about Malik Monk was obviously the new hair. He looked great, but he was also asked about your name was in trade talks like the whole summer. Like, did you pay any attention to that? And he was like, he gave such a great answer because Malik, he's just such a high spirited guy. He was just making jokes about it basically, but he was like, yeah, my agent told me at the trade deadline, if you're going to get traded, it would be now. If not, then it's not going to happen. So all this trade talk, I wasn't paying any attention to it. Like, yeah, I saw it, but like, he was confident that he wasn't going anywhere. He bought a house. He bought acres. He said he loves Sacramento and that this place is home to him. So
Love it.
On a human level, trading a guy like that, I mean, obviously it would be, I mean, not like talent-wise trading Tyrese, but I think the same, like, because Malik and Tyrese both showed so much love for Sacramento.
Yep.
I think it would have that effect with the fan base of sadness, but not potential talent, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, you got to remember, too, we'd lose another pizza guy. So that I mean, I don't know if this franchise can.
No, we wouldn't recover from.
Yeah, we wouldn't recover. I think pizza guys would they'd be like, I'm out. I'm not sponsoring you guys anymore. Keep trading our guys.
I know. Yeah, he's like, that's a great point.
But after the whirlwind that Malik had to deal with last year with the contract talks, I think these talks are nothing to him. I think they're just like whatever. Because goes into media day last year, with him maybe signing with Orlando or all these other teams, this is a walk in the park. It's like, all right, I've done all that already. I'm done with that stress. Let's just look forward now.
Dude, he looks so happy in his interview. Out of all the interviews, I think it was him and Keegan. They were just so happy. But Malik, he was just smiling the whole time, and he was saying that he's willing to play any role for the team because you know how there's always the starter role or the bench role. He said. He was just like, I'm down to play whatever the team needs from me. Like, he made that so clear, and I was like, dude, you gotta love Malik so much. Like, as a Kings fan, like, fan favorite for a reason.
Oh yeah.
Well, I think you did mention like the human side of it too, but I think on the player side too, he is so valuable to this team. And I think him not being healthy the last 2 seasons really, really caused us to, if he was healthy, I think we see 3 straight playoff appearances from.
He gets hurt at the worst time.
He gets hurt. Right. He gets hurt. He gets hurt at the very end. So it's
I keep forgetting about that.
Yeah,
like he got hurt.
He got hurt. He got hurt during the play-ins 2 years ago, and then got hurt in the play-in last year. So, and his production when he's playing is very, very good. I think we can all agree that production-wise, Malik Monk is so valuable to this team and what he produces from scoring to creating pick and rolls with Sabonis, a lot of that stuff. So Malik Monk is a very, very valuable asset to this team. And I think that the Kings fans know it. The franchise knows it. The team knows it. I think ownership knows it. So he is such a very valuable piece to this team.
No, I completely agree. And going back off, how Johnny was saying that Sabonis is like the franchise player, his word means a lot to the organization. And he was saying like, I really just hope Malik is on this team because he's such a big part of what we do. Mm-hmm. So hearing that from Sabonis obviously is great to hear, but we have one more player to talk about, and it is going into year 17, Mr. 25,000 scoring points in the NBA, Mr. DeMar DeRozan. Ooh. He had quite the gems that he dropped today. He said a lot of quotes that probably got misconstrued in the media, but I think overall he was the one that gave me the most hope in the team, because DeMar DeRozan said obviously last year was a shit show. It made headlines. He said that last year was the most that he's gone through in an individual season. So going into the offseason, he said, once I stepped away from the situation, I had time to reflect. And he was basically saying that you don't realize like what you have until you're not in it. So he was like obviously felt such a certain way about the whole situation with how the coach got fired and Fox, like he came here for Fox and Fox gets traded, and like the team that he came to was completely different by the time at the end of the season. So he steps away, and he was saying that he worked his ass off this summer, saying not necessarily on the court. He said most of the work was not on the court, mentally. He was saying that I have the quote right here. He said that he did so much off the court that to sharpen the mind, but he said he won't tell anyone what he did because he wants to keep it a secret, and eventually that he'll talk about it. So wow. I'm so curious to like, I'm sure it's some like Kobe mentality type of work where he's just like really like getting into like getting his mental health like right and just that focus ready, because like the fact that he's in year 17, he's like, I never thought that I would be playing this long. So like and he still has so much left in the tank. And yeah, let's talk about DeMar DeRozan and what you think.
Well, I'm glad he's getting that support, because I think as Kings fans, we all need a little mental health support after last season, right? But yeah, like you said, vet in this league. I don't think we've seen the best of DeMar in a Kings uniform, which is crazy to think about with how many clutch shots and buckets he was getting last year. Now he's comfortable. He knows what the point guard he's going to have for the long haul, we hope. But yeah, I'm just excited. I'm glad he took a little break. I mean, we all know how big he is on mental health, which is huge. And yeah, I mean, he's going to be our veteran leader, and you want that from your veteran leader.
And I think what really quoted it was him doing a lot of work, not on the court, getting himself fresh,
mentally focused,
just being fresh, right? Because he's in year 17 and father time comes for all of us. And so, being fresh will help him just be ready to go. I think like I said, I agree with Johnny. I think we are going to see a very much improved DeRozan from year 1 and year 2. I think this is going to be a good season for DeRozan.
Yeah, I want to say this. After listening to all these guys talk, obviously, it's like that first day of school type of excitement that these players are going through. But as a fan, like hearing what they were saying, like I'm excited too.
Yep.
I'm not saying that, we're magically going to win way more games than we think. But like I do believe that this team will be a fun watch. And
They'll be fun.
We're obviously going to be along for the ride. I mean, we could be we could be so off. ESPN thinks we're going to win 35 games this year. We could be higher than that. We could be much lower than that. We could be dead on. But let's just get right into the predictions, because with 35 being the standard, that's like been our lowest in a long time.
Lowest since before we made the playoffs. But before I even just go into our predictions, I just want this to be an advice to Kings fans here. Go into the season with no expectations, right? You're going to either... We learned our lesson last year where we thought, we all thought, and not just everybody, we all thought that this team was going to be a 47 plus win team.
No, we said 50.
We said 50. We said 50.
I said Pacific Division champs.
Yeah, 50, right?
I think most people thought we were going to get 50. Like, no,
it was a no-brainer, right?
It was a no-brainer, yeah.
But to just kind of tie it back in, if you are watching the Kings, whether you are a Kings fan or just somehow scrolling on our thing and just being like, what are Kings fans talking about?
Kings fans have a podcast?
Yeah. That's what that's what the
that's
NBA thinks.
most people say, probably.
Go into the season with zero expectations because, like Christo said, we could either hit that number over or we can go under. So
just enjoy the ride.
Just enjoy it.
I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it.
Like, I just want to enjoy the production that we get from our players. I'm excited about the rookies. I'm excited about Neek. I'm excited about Maxime. I'm excited about Devin Carter.
Dennis Schröder.
Zach LaVine.
We're excited about everyone. That's the thing.
Yeah,
We're
excited.
about
and
everybody.
the only reason I'm a little tame is we got to keep in mind, guys, this is the first season since 2017 where we're going into the season with a different point guard.
Insane.
Right?
Actually.
So that's why there's just so many question marks with this team. With a new point guard, a lot of young players that are going to contribute that have question marks on them. We have everything lined up for this team to buy in with each other, buy in with the culture, and I want to be excited. I am excited, but there's just so many what ifs that can keep this team, propel this team to the top, and so many that could go wrong for us to collapse. But I'm hopeful. I'm excited. I love what we're hearing out of Media Day. I'm obviously famous for saying we're going to be Pacific Division champs last year. I still have that same passion in me, but there's so many question marks where I'm optimistic, but I'm still hesitant on saying, 50 wins again. And I think I don't think any of us are all saying none of us are saying 50 wins. But we just need to keep in mind as Kings fans we might take some L's to start the year, right? With all the hype that's going on, we might take some L's. We might need some time to gel. New point guard, a lot of young players. But if everyone's going to do what they say in Media Day and buy into this culture and buy into Doug Christie, we can have something special this year.
Yeah, I really think that we're just not going to be as bad as the mass media thinks. That's the biggest thing. I do think, obviously, the West is just so stacked. Like, right before recording, we looked at the 82 schedule just to have it fresh in the mind. And, oh, man, there are some stretches where we are playing top teams in the West. Like, I think in November, we played Denver 3 times. We play OKC three times like before the end of the calendar year. So, like, we have some very, very tough matchups. But I don't know, man.
I mean, we played Minnesota twice in November too, so.
But
yeah,
why not split?
Yeah.
We'll see. I mean,
I don't know. I'm just okay.
Should we go into win totals?
Yeah, let's just do win totals now because I think this is because I just want to put it out there so that we can look back on it at the end of the season. I think the Kings are going to win 39 games this year. Johnny?
I'm saying 41-41.
41-41?
I think you guys, oh man, see, I like the optimism for you both, but I am going with 31 wins.
31?
Yeah, I'm going with 31 because here's the thing, right? My logic is this.
I can't wait for RT to be wrong.
31.
I hope I'm wrong. Like, I hope I look like an idiot and wear this dunce cap if we make the playoffs, right? So I'll wear a dunce cap if we make the playoffs. But let me say this. I think with the West being so competitive this year, you have to look at some of the teams that are in our range, right? You look at Phoenix, you look at New Orleans, you look at Portland, right? Those are 3 teams that are in that range where we are. New Orleans has nothing to lose. I think because they don't have a first-round pick this year because they traded it away on draft night.
That was crazy.
Which is crazy. And you're kind of hoping Zion and Trey Murphy stay healthy. I think they're going to be competitive. Phoenix, I don't think they're going to be going away anytime soon. I mean, Dylan Brooks, Jalen Green, Devin Booker. That's going to be
and their new center.
Yeah, Kaman Malawak.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I don't know how to say his name.
Kaman Malawak.
But
yeah.
I'll know it soon.
We'll know it soon.
Nick Richards too.
Yeah, I mean they're a good team. Portland
going to be a walk in the park. Phoenix,
yeah,
going to be a walk.
Portland is the team that I'm like, my eyes are widening when I see the Portland.
Yep. I mean, and then Portland, you look at the second half of their season, they took that step defensively. And then obviously the teams that are above us, right? You have to look at the 10 teams.
There's a lot of teams.
There's a lot of teams in the West, right? So I look at the West and I think that there are 6 tiers in the West right now. And I think that we're in that 5th tier. Obviously Utah is the 6th tier, which is their own tier, which is them tanking, but they could be good this year. So they could
get out of here.
No, I'm telling you, they could surprise some teams. They could surprise
what
if Ace Bailey could.
If Ace Bailey
and change the course that way.
They're getting 21 wins this year. Book it. They're going
I'll say
21
more.
and 61.
Well, but
they're not going to be.
They don't want to win. Why would
no,
they win
I
right
know,
now?
but they could surprise a lot of teams. They're going to be more competitive than I think.
They're not going to be a
walk.
walk in the park in the home opener.
No,
I really believe they're going to play us tough.
they are. I agree.
I mean,
young scrappy teams have always been our kryptonite.
Of course, every time. But I'm just saying, in the grand scheme of an 82 game season, there's going to come a point where they're going to be like,
I mean, they're not going to
don't win. Like
they're
going
to be a top 5 lottery team.
That's what they want.
But I think they're going to be more competitive than I think people realize.
Especially if Ace Bailey pans out.
Yeah, if he pans out,
they can be a player.
I like Isaiah Collier. I like
I do too.
George.
I do
like Walter Clayton Jr.
Walker Kessler, Filipowski gives some good
Bryce
minutes.
Sensabaugh too.
Yep.
Yeah,
and Laurie on top of that.
Yeah, that's a tough team.
I'm kind of worried about Utah. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
not
me too.
worried, but like
worried.
They're gonna be competitive.
I'm intrigued to see their ceiling. If Ace Bailey becomes a stud, if he doesn't, then they're the worst team in the league.
All right, they're getting more or less than 25 wins.
They'll be closer to less than, but it'll be they'll lose a lot of close games.
Oh, I'm sure.
You know, I think they're going to be more competitive than I think people realize.
Yeah, I do too. I don't think they're going to have the worst record in the league.
But let's talk about the higher tier teams, because Fred VanVleet is out.
Oh yeah,
There's just so many like things that could happen in a season where it's like one guy goes down. I mean, I'm not praying for any type of downfall.
Nope.
Of course not. But I'm just saying, like, injuries are part of basketball, and it happens to players that play heavy minutes that are older. It's just a natural thing. So there's going to be one of the top tier teams is not going to be as big as we all think they are, because something will probably happen. That's just look at what happened in the East last year. I mean, it's just
inevitable.
a tale as old as time.
So let me ask you guys the question then, right? Because we obviously know that there are 10 teams right now in the West that I think are better than us, right? If you had to project, and let's say if we do make a play-in spot, out of those 10 teams in the West, who do you feel like would take a drop because of injuries or performance?
Okay. I would say...
I have my answer, but I'll let you guys go first.
Okay, definitely not Denver. Definitely not OKC. Minnesota's still going to be pretty good, but I think Minnesota is going to be like 5-6. I think they're going to be on the lower end again.
Houston with injury?
Houston with injury, that's...
I think that's a big blow.
That's interesting.
I think that brings them down.
Because they were going to have such a high ceiling with Fred. I think Fred...
Yeah. I mean, Reed Shepard's a hooper, but I don't think he's going to... Losing Fred is a big impact for that.
They might have Amen Thompson playing the one, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, Amen Thompson and Reed Shepard.
So good.
He is good.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what team it's going to be, if I'm being honest.
I think Houston... There's a good chance Houston does.
I think Houston's going to, like, not drop
Houston
out
will
of
be
the top...
fine.
Like, they're not going to drop, like...
They're not going to be in the
like,
play-in.
out of the playoffs or anything.
Oh, yeah.
But...
They're not going to be like that top 3 seed that everybody was expecting.
Yeah.
I think...
Well, we got to remember
KD's
KD's injury history, and they're an older team now, so that scares me. That's what scares me too about Houston.
It could be any team, though. That's what I'm saying. That's why I don't know. Who do you think, RT?
I think, to me, there's 2 teams that come in mind. If things go off the rails, it's either Dallas or Memphis.
Oh, Memphis.
Dallas.
That's my guess. Memphis. Because they
Memphis.
already suffered tons of... Jaren Jackson's not going to start the year. Brandon Clark. Dude, I feel so bad for Brandon Clark. That guy gets injured so much. He's not going to be there to start the year. Zach Edey's not going to be there to start the year. That's a team that hopefully the Kings could,
Jump past.
leapfrog them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so glad I keep forgetting they're in the West, because you never hear about Memphis that often. But
Unless they're in the headlines for the wrong reason.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I haven't heard anything bad. But
And then I also bring up Dallas too,
Yeah.
because let's say because they already are missing Kyrie for half the year, and then
say AD gets hurt,
AD gets hurt, and
then it's a completely different.
it's Cooper Flagg and a bunch of role players on that team.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we'll see.
I think Houston. I agree with you with the Memphis. I think Houston is more volatile to fall than Dallas. I don't know. Cooper Flagg is him. AD's him. Jason Kidd has those guys playing like dogs. Gafford. Everyone on that roster plays like dogs. I think their confidence is going to be up. But yeah. I think we can all agree Memphis is going to.
Yeah, that's the team.
That's a spot that's up for grabs.
Because I saw that Brandon Clark, Jaren, and the 3 bigs on their team are all out. I'm like, okay, this is definitely one of the higher teams in the West. They have to drop.
They have to.
So, yeah, the West is going to be a dogfight. Let's get in. RT, can you pull it up? Can you pull up
Oh boy,
This is something that we did at the very beginning when we started the pod last year, probably close to like a year
one of my personal
ago
favorites.
from this recording.
One of my personal
the
favorites.
top 100 ESPN players list, because I have not given the list a full glance, but I did see where they placed DeMar DeRozan and Zach LaVine, and it blew my mind. So RT, starting with 100, just go down, and then we'll stop when we see something that is a shock.
All right, so I mean, I'm going to go through this list pretty fast.
Yeah, do it quick.
So 100, and this is all of the NBA players across the league. So starting in 100, we have RJ Barrett, 99, Stephon Castle, 98, Walker Kessler, 97, Peyton Pritchard, 96, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, 95, PJ Washington, 94, Devin Vassell, 93, Jakob Poeltl, 92, Mitchell Robinson, 91. Yeah.
What? He's not healthy ever.
That's interesting.
All right, let's move on. Let's keep moving. 91, Drew Holiday, 90, Naz Reid, 89.
90 Naz Reid that's criminal.
Yeah, it's criminal.
That's criminal.
Yeah. Wait until you hear who's above him. 89, Andrew Wiggins, 88, Zach Edey, 87, Jonas Valanciunas. So, yeah, that's the big one. 86, Bradley Beal, 85, Jaden Ivey, 84, Tobias Harris, 83, Jonathan Kuminga, 82, Norman Powell, 81, Andrew Nembhard, and then at number 80 in year 17, DeMar DeRozan.
Absolutely disgraceful to his legacy. Are you kidding me?
That's awful.
That is the biggest disgrace that you could ever do to a man like DeMar DeRozan.
Yeah, it's
absolute class act for the NBA, a model citizen. He does everything on and off the court that you would want. But let's talk about on the court. DeMar DeRozan in year 16 averaged what, 22?
Yeah, 22.
Around a little over 20 points per game. So many clutch shots. He gets to his spot. He's going to score over anyone. Putting him at number 80.
Let's read the players above him.
Well, yeah. Well, he's projected to average 22 again.
What was he last year?
I think
he was
last year
45.
That's crazy.
Yeah, last year he was 45.
That's crazy.
And he had a great year.
Yeah.
I can see the Beal fall off because they disappointed and his numbers are down, but DeRozan's numbers are still up there.
He had such a great... I mean, individually, DeMar DeRozan had an excellent year.
Yeah. Anyways, let's
listen to the players above him. Listen to the players that the experts say are better than DeMar DeRozan.
Yeah. Anyways, number 79, Onyeka Okongwu. Number 78, Toumani Camara from Portland.
That's a clown take. That's a clown take.
I mean, he's an amazing defender.
Amazing role player. I would never...
Where was he on the list before?
He was unranked.
He was unranked.
Well, a lot of these guys were unranked.
Unbelievable.
Like, Onyeka Okongwu, and I think ESPN,
that one was
ESPN.
They're valuing young.
They're
players,
valuing upside.
Yeah,
I think that's what ESPN is doing. They're valuing upside. So, anyways, let's keep forward. Number 77, Brandon Ingram. Number 76, Brandon Miller, who I think should be a little bit higher. 75, Jaden McDaniels.
Yeah, Brandon Miller. Okay, sorry to stop again, but Brandon Miller, I mean, he barely played his rookie year.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
he was injured he missed so much last year. He missed so many games. And they're basing it off that? Criminal.
Upside.
Experts.
It's upside. I hate saying it. It's upside. 75, Jaden McDaniels. 74, Jabari Smith Jr. 73, Derek Lively. And then at 72, Zach LaVine.
That's so crazy because LaVine had, again, like one of his best seasons.
That's crazy.
Oh, my God. 72 and 80.
Mm-hmm. Well, he was ranked 74. So from last year. So
he moved up 2 spots.
Only up 2 spots.
But the reason why he was 74 is because he missed majority of the...
He's injured.
Yep.
Oh, my God. What a... Dude.
Has never shot better than...
We're just talking about
individually,
like these rankings are wild.
Yeah.
Who do they have above
All right, so then at 71, they have Kobe White. Number 70, this is ridiculous, by the way.
On the same team.
Kobe White.
Yeah, 70, this is ridiculous. Michael Porter Jr.
Wow.
Yeah, which is kind of crazy.
So it has to be upside because he's going to be in Brooklyn and he's going to
get all the touches.
He's going to shoot 30 shots.
Yeah, and then 69, Josh Hart. 68, Tyler Hero. 67.
That's low for Hero.
Cameron Johnson.
If we're ranking it upside too. That's low.
66, Denny Adavita. 65.
Okay,
Aaron.
he's good.
He's good, but over Tyler Hero, that's terrible.
Yeah, that's wild.
No, that's such a bad take. That's such a bad
65, Aaron Neesmith. 64.
Oh, okay.
Luke
So it's based off winning too.
Yeah, it is.
Do they say? Is there a description where what they like give like what the criteria
They
is?
saw-
Oh yeah, they like for Nesmith, they're like a two-way force on the perimeter during the Pacers and probable finals run. Nesmith was one of the breakout stars of the postseason.
No, I'm
I
saying
guess
like do they
Nemhard's in the 30s then, huh?
I think
Harry's
Nemhard.
a
No,
top 30.
Nemhard was a little bit lower. I think Nemhard was like in the 80s. I think.
Oh, was
but
he?
yeah.
No, do they say like
Yeah,
like, in
Nemhard's
regards
81.
Okay.
in regards to this list? Do they say what their criteria is for ranking them?
It just
I don't
says the
think
top
so.
players in
Yeah,
the
it's
league.
just the
Because
top
that's very
100.
vague. Like
Yeah, it's just like I think it's just all voters. So it's mainly ESPN player versus player matchup. So they said from 20,000 possible players and should choose based on which player will be better in this upcoming season. So yeah, and it's like 150. It's 150 editors, reporters, producers, and analysts. So
clown.
yeah, it's
150 people think
yeah.
LaVine and DeRozan
Well,
are 72 and 80.
You know,
If it's
Wow.
player versus player, that's
collective,
awful.
yeah.
That's
No, I
an
like
awful
that they're
list.
that high. Just wait.
I mean, yeah.
wait.
So, anyways, 66. Yeah. Anyways, okay. 64. Luguentz Dort. 63. LaMelo Ball.
okay, what?
That's bad.
Yeah, that's bad.
He's 59 last year.
Yeah, and he was 50 last
Wait,
year.
50 flat?
Yeah, 50 flat.
Got pushed back 13
Yeah,
players?
because of health, I guess. 62. Christian Brown. 60.
Okay, wait a second. That's
They're
nasty work.
obviously taking into account winning and team success.
They are.
And cutting to the basket.
That's ridiculous.
Anyways,
that's all that round does.
yeah, 61 Zion Williamson, 60 Austin Reeves,
Austin Reeves over Zion?
over Zion and LaMelo, which is ridiculous. This is ridiculous.
Keep going. I wanna get more
50,
mad.
59 Jalen Suggs.
Wait, he was hurt all last year
all
too.
year.
What are they doing?
Jalen Suggs?
I'm reading a list.
Keep reading, RT.
58 Trey Murphy, 57 Miles.
Trey Murphy's so good. He could be higher.
57 Miles Turner, 56 Isaiah Hartenstein, 55 Dyson Daniels, 54 Paul George, 53 Alex Caruso.
Wait. They think Paul George is better than LaVine and DeRozan. Get out of here. Johnny, can you agree with me on that?
I'm sick.
Thank you.
That's bad.
RT,
Yeah.
PG,
Yeah.
That's bad.
Pandemic P.
Yeah, that's not good.
What was Paul George last year?
Paul George was 21.
Oh my god, that's so bad.
Anyway, so let's keep going. 53 Alex Caruso, 52 the only rookie that's been on this list, Cooper Flagg, and then 51 Draymond Green. And that's 100 to 51. So I'm gonna keep going.
Okay,
because
putting Draymond at 51 is kind of
I'm
wild.
gonna keep going because
That's actually so wild.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep going because there are some guys. There's a guy that's in the top 50, so I will.
It's got to be
explain that.
Sabonis.
Yeah, so let's go through it.
How's Keegan not top 100? Anyways, keep going.
Anyways, 50 Kristaps Porzingis, 49 Rudy Gobert, 48 Mikal Bridges, 47 Joel Embiid, 46 Jamal Murray, 45 Jared Allen, 44 Jalen Johnson, 43 Lauri Markkanen, 42 Julius Randle, 41 OG Anunoby, 40 Aaron Gordon, 39 Desmond Bane, 36 Darius Garland, 36 Amen Thompson, 36
Wow.
Avicii Zubac, which is
Okay,
that's pretty good though.
Zoo's so
and
nice.
then this group of three is super interesting, by the way. So at 35, De'Aaron Fox, 34 Sabonis,
Yes!
and 33 Ja Morant.
That is a really interesting
What was Fox
grouping.
and Sabonis last year?
They were in the 20s.
Yeah,
Fox was 26, Sabonis was 29, and then Ja was 20.
So Sabonis overtook Fox based on the experts.
Based on 150.
That makes up for the
ESPN
LaVine and
expert.
DeRozan's.
Yeah, but
Snake.
that's like an interesting group of three because obviously we've seen Ja and Fox get compared their entire lives, their entire careers. It feels like Fox and Ja, like they're always compared to one another. Sabonis being in that mix is very interesting to me because those three players lumped together, it's like, how do you just decide which player goes where? So
And they put Sabonis over Big Zoo. And Zoo
Yeah.
had a phenomenal year.
he had a
last
great year. He had an All-NBA season last year,
Yeah.
Yep.
and he got snubbed for that.
Snubbed.
Anyways, I'll keep going. 32, Franz Wagner. 31, Jaren Jackson Jr. 30, Scotty Barnes. 29, Trey Young. 28, Tyrese Maxey. I'll never forget that we used to debate about
Wait,
Tyrese.
where was Maxey? Was
Maxey was 19.
Wow.
Because we debated about Tyrese Maxey on this list a long time ago. 27, Cat, Big Purr. 26, Derek White.
Big Purr.
25.
Wait, Derek White, 26?
Yeah, Derek White, 26. Okay, so then let me ask you this, though.
Derek White, the 26th best player in the NBA.
According to ESPN.
I mean, I guess
team
we'll
success.
I mean, I guess
Yeah,
we'll see.
They're looking at team success.
He's a gold medalist. Gotta give him respect.
They put Drew Holiday in the 90s.
And well, that's them.
Okay, Derek White is a really, really good basketball player.
Great.
But he's not better than Ja. He's not better than Fox.
He's not 70 spots better than Peyton Pritchard. That's
yeah. Anyways, 25. This one actually is interesting because I think people would consider this guy. If you look at the Charmander evolution chart,
Sengun?
Sengun is at 25.
Okay, so Sengun has leapfrogged Sabonis now, is what they're saying.
Mm-hmm.
So now
Sengun,
Sabonis is
Charmander.
No, Charmander Zubac.
Wait,
We're doing the Jokic one?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Who's the smallest one?
Charmander, Charmeleon, Charizard.
Oh, I thought Charmeleon was the smallest one.
No,
Charmeleon's the middle.
Charmeleon's
Oh,
middle.
okay.
Yeah.
So Shengun's Charmeleon.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then Sabonis
According
is
to
little bro.
ESPN. And then
They really did Sabonis
Sabonis is little bro.
and then 24, Chet Holmgren. 23, James Harden. 22, Pascal Siakam. 21, Bam Adebayo. 20, Kawhi Leonard. 19, Jaylen Brown. 18, Jimmy Butler.
Whoa.
Wait, Jaylen Brown 19.
Jimmy Butler over
Jimmy
Jaylen
18.
Brown.
Yeah.
That's bad. That's way too high for Jimmy.
Yeah.
Jimmy
Way too high.
18.
Especially
and over Kawhi.
Yeah, that's awful.
Yeah. Over Kawhi.
I want to see the list of these riders.
Yeah.
Jimmy 18.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And then 17, Paolo Banchero. 16, Devin Booker. 15, Donovan Mitchell. 14, AD. 13, Evan Mobley. 12,
Wow,
Cade Cunningham.
Mobley has leapfrogged AD.
Yeah,
That's notable.
That's something, huh?
That's something.
And then 21, Jalen Williams, J-Dub.
Wait, you mean 11?
Yeah, at 11.
You said 21.
Oh, I meant
Who's
11.
12? Wait, who's 12?
12 is Cade Cunningham. And then 11. 11 is J-Dub.
Cade had a massive jump then.
I'm surprised J-Dub is at 11 there.
Dude, J-Dub is
J-Dub's
I mean,
so good.
but
J-Dub is so valuable.
To put him at yeah.
I mean, I think that's a little high, but J-Dub is good. Like, he's a top 20.
It's not the most egregious.
It's crazy that,
but 11,
I think
three
guys in the top 20.
11's really high. Okay, so let me ask you this.
Chet was 24.
Are you interested in seeing the top 10?
Of course.
Okay. So, okay.
Jalen, I mean,
let me do this.
J-Dub at 11.
Jay Suggs is crazy.
Okay. I'm going to do this a little bit differently. I'm going to put the top 10 in no random order. I want you guys to tell me, because I've shout out to Carmichael Dave because he did this earlier in the week. But I'm going to randomly name the 10 players, no order. And I want you guys to rank the players in that order.
All right, we'll rank it together.
Okay.
All right, yeah.
All right, so in no random order.
I think the mic's working now.
LeBron James.
1.
Goat. Jalen Brunson.
Jalen Brunson's a top 10 player.
Jalen Brunson's a top 10 player. Steph Curry. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Valid.
I already said Jalen Brunson. I said Kevin. Did I say Kevin Durant?
No.
Kevin Durant.
That's 5.
Steph Curry.
You already said that.
Nikola Jokic.
6.
Luka.
7.
Anthony Edwards.
8.
Victor Wembanyama.
9.
Oh my God.
And did I say Giannis?
Nope.
Not yet.
And Giannis.
Okay. 1, Jokic.
Yeah.
2, SGA.
Yep.
3, this is where it gets interesting. 3,
I mean, knowing the way Warriors players are ranked in this list, I think they put.
I don't think they.
I think they put Steph at 3.
I think they put Steph at 5.
You think so?
So
Wemby at 3?
No, I think they put Wemby at 7. Wait, okay, hold on. Giannis is 3.
Yeah.
Giannis is 3. 4,
Luka,
yes. 5, Steph.
I think they
might put Edwards over Steph though.
I think. I mean, this list.
Wait.
So are we doing our list, or are we?
Yeah, you're doing.
If are we predicting? What
I
they
was
put?
predicting what they were doing.
Yeah, you're predicting what you. Yeah, you're predicting what their list is.
Yeah.
Predicting what their list is.
Let's
Oh,
continue.
okay.
Yeah, you're predicting
so
their
we'll keep
list.
the top 4.
I think they have Wemby higher.
I think let's put Wemby.
I think they're giving Wemby the got combo. I think they're on
6.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll give Wemby 6.
I think they're on Wemby's nuts, and I think they're on Steph's nuts too.
Okay, Steph 5, Wemby 6.
Okay.
And,
So,
and Edwards
so
7.
Jokic, SGA,
Luka.
Luka,
No, Giannis,
Luka,
Steph,
Wemby.
and then let's put
Ant,
Ant at 8,
7.
or 7, LeBron at 8,
Brunson, 9.
Brunson 9. Who was the last person?
Kevin Durant.
Oh,
Kevin Durant, 9. Brunson, 10.
okay. I'm fine with that.
All right, so
I'm fine with that.
I think you guys
Wait,
actually.
one more time. Let's say it.
Yeah.
So we got
Jokic, SGA, Giannis,
Luka,
Steph, Wemby, Ant,
Yep. And at 7.
LeBron, KD, Brunson.
All right, so I will say this. You guys actually did really, really well on this. So you got Shea and you got Jokic and Shea correctly. They're at 1 and 2.
1 and 2.
The only ones that you didn't get that are all mixed up.
They had Wemby at 3, huh?
It's 3 through 7 that are incorrect. So they have Luka at 3,
Oh, we put Giannis at 3.
and they put Giannis at 4.
Okay, we got this.
We almost
mixed.
got that.
They got Wemby at 5.
Oh,
I knew it. I knew he was up there.
Anthony Edwards at 6,
Wow.
and then Steph Curry at 7.
Okay.
And then you got LeBron correct, you got KD correct, and then Brunson correct. So you went 5 out of 10.
That's great.
That's great.
That's good
great.
job, guys.
That's
that was
great.
really good.
Thank you, RT.
So
thank you, TZ.
yeah, that's good work. So
Appreciate that.
Wow, what a list. Okay, now that we could have time to reflect, when we have 3 guys on the Kings that are in the top 100, whereas I think we had 4 in the prior year, right?
Was Keegan in it last year?
was he? I think we had Malik Monk in the top 100, right?
We might do. I don't remember.
I don't remember the list. I have to
remember.
go. I have to look at the episode before.
But man,
If I'm Doug
They
Christie,
just
I'm taping that list.
yeah, it's a great
In the
point.
locker room.
They just really devalue our players so much.
They do. But I mean, that's the national media. They're clowns.
But they do. I mean, at least they put some notice towards Sabonis.
I guess. I mean, they had to show love to one of our players.
Yeah.
Sabonis, I think it's interesting over Fox. I mean, shout out to Sabonis.
Well, Fox was injured, but Sabonis I think they're valuing like he just does so much.
Yeah.
He almost gets a triple double every night. I think they're putting some value, but then they're like, okay, it's not resulting in winning. We can't put him too high, can't put him too low,
Also,
because
the
that would
Spurs
just
are
be.
beat too, so it's like,
Yeah.
they can't elevate Fox too much.
But Wemby's like, Wemby could play 40 games, and yeah, he's
Well, the Wemby glaze is real. I mean, they're going to.
They have to. Wemby's going to be one before we know it. Wemby had some crazy comments in media day. He's like, no one worked as hard as me this off season, and he's just saying that he's just basically saying that he's the one. And I'm like, God.
Well, you know what?
I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous for him.
We should have got him in the Fox trade. Why, dude? What is
was
Monty
Monty
doing,
thinking?
bro? Ask for Wemby. Demand
Ask for
him.
Wemby.
Man, the one year we make the playoffs is the Wemby draft. Isn't that so crazy?
That's
Isn't that
so
crazy?
true.
Isn't
That's
that
so
crazy? The one year that we make the playoffs is when Wemby gets drafted.
That is the funniest thing in Kings history.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. And we started 0-4 that year. And we lost.
Oh my God.
Comment. Make sure you comment the Kings win prediction as well.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And also comment the terrible things that you saw on that list, if you've seen the list.
Because that's just it's
Egregious.
blasphemous.
It's
It's egregious. Man.
Churlish.
But I will say
Insubordinate.
Oh my goodness. The vocabulary words tonight. I love it.
This. Hey, can I
Indubitably.
can I drop a gem for those that are listening
drop
to
a
the
gem.
very, very end?
Oh, yeah.
Guys, we're recording this on September 29th, which is a Monday. It will get released tomorrow, Tuesday morning. September 30th is when it will be released.
Oh, yeah.
On October 2nd, we secured. I think this is just. I'm really talking slow because I want to build it up. Because I want, if people are listening, then they'll hear it.
Yeah.
But listening into the full end, like you never know who's still there. So that's why I'm like, I'll drop some secrets.
Something wrong? Is something?
Ah,
Oh, make the call.
It's time to make the call.
Time to make the call.
and I'll see you on Thursday. You heard that right.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen.
Ann Fong is coming on the Kang Gang pod.
Jersey sponsor.
The jersey sponsor,
Sacramento
the Sacramento
legend.
Kings. The person that you can't miss if you're living in California, honestly.
Can't miss.
She will be on the podcast.
Telling all, revealing all.
And we don't spoil.
We don't spoil, but we
this
will
is,
for this
is
episode.
The season. This is a season 2 debut.
This is the debut. We had to drop something
This
crazy.
is a bomb. So, comment.
Yeah, let us know.
Comment.
If you have any questions you want us to ask Ann Fong, leave them in the comments, please.
A comment.
Don't go telling anyone that we have Ann Fong. But for the ones that really want to be a part of this momentous occasion, leave a comment of what you want us to ask. We will. I mean, yeah.
I think even better, DM us on Instagram.
DM us.
Yeah, DM us because if you have not already subscribed to our channel, because if you are a new NBA viewer, if you are new to watching the Kings this year, subscribe to our channel. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers.
We're so close.
So close.
I've been doing so many freaking trick shots at these parks with the intent to get us to 1,000, and we are so close. So just click that damn button.
Yeah.
Click it.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Hey, spank him right now.
Ooh.
1,000 is coming. Guys, it's going to be such a fun season on the Kang Gang Pod.
So fun.
The fact that we've been doing this for a year now, minus that 2-month absence, but we're back.
We're back.
We're
We didn't
back.
even know what we were doing. I mean,
There was nothing to talk
year.
about.
We were having fun last year to start the year, but we were just getting our feet wet. Now we're going into the season full force. Bringing in the big guns, Ann Fong. And Cristo did so many trick shots that his back started hurting, and he legitimately had to call Ann Fong.
And she saved my,
And she
saved my
saved
life.
her. And she's like, I'm going to go on the pod now.
Immediate heel to your back.
Something was injured.
The reason why nothing is wrong is because of Ann Fong.
Yes.
If something's wrong, you call Ann Fong.
I'm going to call Ann Fong over that ESPN list. Because that was
there's something even.
That was something wrong. She's like, I can't help.
Lord.
I can't help.
Oh my gosh. Well, I guess we'll see you guys on Friday with a major guest.
We're back.
Mic drop.
We're out. Season 2 starts now.